One of our commonest questions is, what categories did you create and what did you decide should go where? We looked at millions of problems, probably 100 million or so real world problems to decide what categories to create. The categories that you'll see should be all of the ordinary kind of physiologic systems categories that we typically associate with clinicians focusing on different areas, you know, pulmonary and eye and so on. Some extra ones that we parsed out, coag and thromboembolic, I mentioned because everybody cares about that. Smoking, a separate category for encounters, for miscellaneous encounters. You know, if you have an encounter for atrial fibrillation, we'll put that in cardiac. How do we decide what goes where? Well, we have a lot of clinicians. Most things are obvious. One thing we decided not to do is put things in more than one category, even if it could belong there. So diabetic retinopathy, we put in eye. Diabetes, we put in endocrine. We realize that it's also an endocrine problem if you have diabetic retinopathy, but we don't want to turn a 20 problem list, you know, into a 30 problem list. So that was our sort of philosophic approach there. What do we do in terms of what specialties to create? We've got a couple dozen canned specialties. Our clinicians have been very happy with them, but as I mentioned with podiatry as an example, we are able to create more. Again, I don't want to promise the world, but it's actually trivially easy on my side to do it. We just don't want to have so many specialties that never get used that, you know, it's kind of pointless to create them. Let's see if there's anything else I wanted to say in my notes. Oh, well, just an emphasis that we do try hard to listen to feedback. So if you put this in and there's something that you really think needs to belong somewhere else or that's out of place, by all means, let us know and we will get it fixed, or we will explain why we didn't agree with you. If you get 4 clinicians in a room, sometimes you get 5 opinions, as you know.